Are you looking for the most extreme challenge for Satisfactory 1.0? You found the right place. No land, no animals, no fauna. Hell, just one weird resource node and a handful of platforms to stand on. Can I complete Project Assembly with all 5 stages? Watch and find out. Welcome to Jab playing Satisfactory Omni World. Houston, we have a problem. Yo, Ada, we have an issue here.
Did you lose your drop pod?
No, I didn't lose my drop pod. You dropped me in a world that has 18 platforms and some weird looking node I've never seen before.
What do you mean? The planet has resources. Let me do a diagnostic scan. How did you land there?
I don't know how I got here. You sent me here. What do you want me to do?
Your job. Be a good pioneer and get a sample of the node.
Alright, fine. We'll find out. Alright, let's see if I can find out what node this is. Alright, do they even talk to it? Well, they do interact with it, so that's a good thing. It says it's Omni material pure. Alright, hang on a second. Let me get my hands on it. Yo, Ada, it's Omni material pure. What do you want me to do?
Build the hub and send me the sample.
Alright, I'll build a hub. She said build the hub. Alright. So let's get it facing this way, and can I nudge it? Can I nudge it just that way? That'll work. Alright, she said there's something in the hub that will help us. We have to verify what it is because, you know, she doesn't trust me. Alright, so we need 100 of these to get out of those. Alright, well, here, there's 100. Alright, we'll send this off to her. Alright, yo, Ada, I sent it to you.
Congratulations, you won the lottery. Only 1 in a million pioneers get this special opportunity. We adjusted your buildings to help.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't feel like I won the lottery. Not even a little bit, right? I don't feel lucky or nothing. You know, fine. Let's see. Let's see what tools they gave us to work with. Alright. So I can make another one of these ore nodes if I collect enough of those. Alright, that is cool. I'm sure that'll be helpful somewhere in the future, but not right now. Oh, alright. What we got here? Alright. Okay, let's see how this bad boy works. So we can make Omni stuff, and then we can make stuff that we know about. Ooh, we can make our own hard drives. That would be helpful. What does it make your hard drive? Omniscience, cool. Omniscience is made out of the white stuff. So you turn the white stuff into blue stuff. All right, cool. What else do we got? I need wood, something to burn, or leaves. I prefer wood. It comes out of Omni organic. All right, what is Omni organic? Green stuff. So we turn white stuff, turn it into green stuff. Then we turn the green stuff into wood, leaves. All right, so we can turn it into all the organic stuff. Makes sense why they call it organic. Material refined. Okay, so how do I get iron ore? All right, so we take material refined, which is this red stuff. All right, so it's all right. We turn the white stuff and turn it into red stuff, green stuff, or blue stuff. Blue stuff turns into hard drives. Red stuff turns into limestone or ores. The green stuff turns into these. Any surprises? All right, the ingots run off of the same thing. Okay. All right, Ada. somewhere in my contract, you're supposed to be giving me tools that I can work with. And I'm going to say right now, I'm about to go to HR because you know what? These conditions are not fair working conditions. And, you know, my contract says you're supposed to give me something to work with. And things are tight here. A little help.
Quit your whining. You will get something to help. One thing and that's it.
I'm not whining, right? I'm just, well, maybe I am whining a little bit. All right, what did she give me? She gave me one of these. All right, so a small storage box. That'll work in that situation. All right. So I need to make, let's figure this out. I need to put down a couple, well, take that, let's nudge it into place. Yep. Yeah, that'll work. And then let's make a copy of it. If 1 is good, 2 is better. Let me give myself a little walking room. So we'll do that. And let's see. I'll turn one of these into green, one of these into red, right? And then after that, let's see, can we get another? That'll work. And if 1's good, 2's better. That'll work. All right, so now all I gotta do is belt these up. All right, and this one is green, so we can take the green, turn it into wood. Yeah, and this one could be turned into some sort of organic material. I don't know what organic material we need just yet, but what I do know is we're gonna need to move that. Give it to me. We'll put it there, and we'll put boxes down if I can find the boxes. There's 1. There's 2. And then belts. Okay, I need some power poles. And then we'll power it up. Let go of me. And then we'll run this over here for right now. And then we'll power this up from here to there. Looking good, looking good. All right, let me stop and think for a second. Yo, I want to give a shout out to all the farmhands out there. You guys' support and love is amazing. It inspires me to continue to make content for you guys, and you guys rock. All right, let's grab some of these crystals. We'll preload the machines, and I need to get some energy going. So you take that. You take that. Let me come over here. Handcraft some green stuff to make wood. All right, we got a little bit of biomass wood going. Put that in there. All right, let's check the power. Oh, you don't have a recipe, do you? Oh, because I haven't figured out what I'm gonna make out of you yet. That's fine, that's fine. Hang on a second, let's look at this. All right, the question is, what else can I make really quick? Can I make constructors? I have enough to make a constructor, believe it or not. Hey, all right, so we'll make one constructor, and we'll just kind of put you there. Yep, that works. Can I make another one of these? Nope, I'm out of wire. All right, so can I make a miner? I can make a miner. All right, let's pick these up. Let's make a miner. Hopefully it fits. One miner. Do you fit, please? Lord, yes. All right, cool. And then we can put a box down. All right. Yo, talk to me, Goose. All right. Is that gonna fit? It fits. If it fits, it ships. All right, pick that up. All right, curiosity. What does this thing run at? Ooh, 120. We're only gonna get 60 out of it because our belt. That's fine. Let me check the power consumption. Maximum consumption is 21. All right, so we can actually get. We'll split this. Give me that. Split that. Put half in there. Half in there. Cool. Now I can hook up this. Maybe. Maybe I can. Let's do it this way. Let's put a power pole here. And a wire from here. Power pole here. All right, wire. Yo. Wire to there. All right, pick this one up. Now and just rewire. And then put a wire here. No, wrong button. That's to walk off the platform. All right, cool. All right, everything should be running now. Since we don't have any more cables, we're gonna make copper. And this is gonna be making, I guess, wire for us in the near future once we get some copper ingots coming out of here. All right, so, all right, we do have wood coming out. That's a good thing. We're gonna have copper coming out. That's a good thing. Hang on, let's look in the backpack. Let's see what else we've got to work with. I've got 3 miners and a zapper, which I can't use right now, so we'll just put those away for right now. Good Lord. Put these in there too. All right. I don't have a whole lot to work with right here. Can I unlock a logistics? Logistics would be a cool thing. Nope, we're nowhere remotely close to doing logistics. So I think right now, the thing is we're just gonna have to babysit this. And I'm gonna have to hand feed stuff into here, and into here, right? And slowly get to the ability to oh, my bad. I gotta turn you into copper first. So, alright, so, yeah, here's what we're gonna need to do. I need to get, one more of these. Alright, I need 4, wire. We'll be back when I get 4 wire. Alright, we got a little bit of copper. We're gonna have to handcraft for a minute. This sucks. Right? This really sucks. Handcrafting is for the birds. But we have no choice in the matter right now. Let's get some wire going. Alright, cool. Ooh. Can I make some more platforms? I need more room. Alright. Oh yeah. Alright, hang on a second. Zoop. That'll work. So pick that up. Pick that up. Grab one of these. There we go. Belt this in. Give you a recipe. You're going to be making copper ingots out of that copper ore. And can I get a wire off of? No, I can't. So we're going to have to disconnect that. Grab me a wire. I need more wire. This is why we can't have nice things. All this pain for a simple production. Man, I hope Ada appreciates what we're doing. Alright, hook that, hook that. Hook that. You know what? I'm not even gonna worry about that for right now. And you know what? There's no sense in even putting a box down here because we're going to be shuffling this stuff out as quickly as we can. However, what I can do is I can turn this into biomass. We'll get that going for right now. If I give it the wood. All right, and we're off and running. So here's basically what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to grab stuff out of here, hand feed those things, get ingots made, put it into this machine, and rinse it and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat until we have the ability to unlock logistics. I think that we're sitting in a good spot. This is not a problem. Well, yeah, it's not a problem. We just have to, you know, occasionally feed these bad boys. All right, we're off and running. Well, how did I blow? Oh, well, because you didn't take it, that's why. All right, there we go. Now we're off and running. All right, so let's come up high and take a look at what we have to work with, which is not a whole lot. But on the other hand, we're getting everything that we need to get going. It's going to be a little crawling before we can walk, but it's okay. We're at where we're at. All right, so you know what? Here's a good place to put a cut. If you feel like you've learned anything about this amazing world or different way of playing Satisfactory, it is hardcore, it is challenging, but it is also rewarding. Hey, leave a comment, a like, share with someone. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe, it helps. All right, guys, what we'll work on the next video is we'll work on logistics and try to make this, you know, our blueprint our footprint a little bit bigger in the world. All right, guys, if I don't see you between now and then, have a fantastic week, and as always, happy farming.